Hello. This is Pear Shaped in Dystopia. On a Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Yes, it's Pear Shaped, and we hope you'll come to see us. And don't be late, last Wednesday of the month. Pear Shaped is just a fiver to come in, and we hope you'll be coming back again to Pear Shaped in Dystopia. On a Wednesday night at 8:30.
La 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 la. Hi. That was good. That was good. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello. My name is Brian. Who are you?
I don't know.
You're Krysstal, apparently.
Am I Krysstal?
Yes, my glamorous assistant.
Even when I'm
Did you not know?
dressed as this.
Pardon?
Even when I'm not dressed as Krysstal, I'm Krysstal.
Even when you're not dressed as Krysstal, you're still Krysstal.
Oh,
You can be anybody you want, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
I will
thank you.
still find you enormously attractive.
Oh dear, I don't
Yeah.
think we should broadcast that.
Well, I don't see why not. It's I'm obviously a man of taste. You can tell by my handsome face and the amount of effort that I put into it.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
So I would appreciate another handsome face, even if it's on a lady rather than a chap.
Right.
Yes. So here we are, pear-shaped in Dystopia. I'm not going to swear during this intro.
And we're
'cause
in the middle of the Olympics.
We're in the middle of the Olympics, in the middle of COVID. Not according to Boris, we're at the end of COVID, but we're actually in the middle. It hasn't quite started yet. We've just had a couple of B movies, and now we're heading up for the big thing. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly looking forward to it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yes. And you know what makes life rather exciting at the moment?
No.
The fucking Olympics. That's
Yes,
what
that's
the
it, we're in the
Olympics.
middle of the Olympics.
It's the Olympics. Now, I love sport. I decided when I was a teenager that I was going to be an artist rather than a sportsman. When I was a teenager, I could have been anything I liked. And now, as I'm getting older, I'm realising that there are so many things that I will never be.
You won't be a footballer.
I won't be a footballer, I won't be a rugby player, I won't be a tennis player, I won't be a hang glider, I won't be an astronaut. In fact, all I can do is just talk bollocks and play the guitar and sing a bit sometimes. But sport, just a load of people running around fucking shouting and swearing for no reason. No reason whatsoever. Shouting and screaming, kicking things about, fighting with each other, falling over, pretending they'd been hurt, pretending they didn't hurt anybody, all that old shit. Now, if you were a kid, you would have been told, sit down and shut up, you little cunt. Not now. You know what? I'm not going to swear.
Oh.
And now, I was talking about kids. And now, what do you get? You don't get that anymore. Do you know what you get now? A fucking gold medal. A gold medal for all of that crap. All that fighting and screaming and crying, he hurt me. And fucking anthems. Thousands of anthems. Do you know what I reckon they should do? Do you know what spoils the Olympics for me? It's the sport. I just want an album of all those anthems, especially the amount of times they've been played.
But you have to have people
I want an
crying
album
in the background.
Pardon?
You have to have people crying in the background.
Yeah, that's what I want. And I the winners cry, the losers cry, everybody fucking cries now. There's no point in watching that. Everybody's crying. It's a bakery programme, they're fucking crying. I'm really upset about my buns. Oh, fuck me. Everybody's crying. So, it's reminded me, actually, of...
before that...
What?
You're going to introduce a song, aren't you?
Yeah,
Well, we need to introduce the staff. We've only got ourselves.
Oh, right, yeah.
We've only got ourselves.
Yeah, I'm Brian. This is Krysstal.
I'm Krysstal.
Over there. That's Al Mandolino. He's here every week. We can't get rid of the fucker. He's here every week and he plays little bits like that. But you can talk about that for an hour and a half. Now, to me, that's the sign of an artist. If I could paint a little dude, do a little doodle. Can you shut up, Al? I'm talking. If I could do a little doodle and talk about it for an hour, I would be a qualified artist like Banksy. See? And last, but by all means, yeast. Do you like that? It's a bread joke, cooking joke. Mr.
Right.
Miller can't be here, right? Not because he doesn't want to be here. I spoke to him, and I kind of got the impression he didn't want to be here. But he's used the excuse that he's got a life and a job and things. You know, he's got better things than this to do. If you can imagine that being possible.
Is he clinching a
Luckily,
deal?
Dickie has got fuck all to do.
We're-
So
I've got fuck all to do, yeah.
Dickie's got absolutely, he's got nothing to do. In fact, that's what it says on it. Show him your T-shirt. Show him your T-shirt. See, what that says is, I've got fuck all to do in Polish. Yeah.
Fuck all to do.
That's what it says, fuck all to do.
Yeah.
So
And-
here's our co-compere.
And that bird, you might think it's a white eagle, but it's a fuck all to do bird.
Yeah, and he's a bit sexist as well. He likes to go on about birds and that, you know, about fucking
Lovely.
There you
birds.
go.
Yeah.
Looks
Tim
like a big
Spencer
cock.
says, yay, Dickie.
Who? Tim Spencer.
Yeah.
Tim's, yes. Very,
You mean-
very,
We've
Yeah.
got one person watching, and he's just here to watch Dickie.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
he's got
That
taste.
means we got no friends. Dickie's the only one on here at the moment. He's got a friend.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
so
we're
it's
going
no
to
good,
do
is
our
it?
song now.
Yeah. No, we're not going to do that
that
one.
one.
We're going to do this one because it's to do with the Olympics, and you know me, I love a bit of sport, and you might. So can you go? That's it. In his green velvet armchair is a man in control, watching healthy young athletes going for gold. He barks out instructions on what should be done, which fingers are pulled out and which races are won. And as they go round and round, he's here jumping up and down. You'll hear him all over town. We're going for gold. When the anthem begins to sound, his heart starts to pound and pound. You can hear it for miles around. We're going for gold. Now he's back on the sofa. He's not very well. All that screaming and shouting has damaged his health, and he's run out of longer, but he knows what to do. I'll just send her out for a six-pack or two. And as she takes off, he frowns. He's letting our country down with them slippers and dressing gown, but she's going for gold. I'm thirsty and that's a crime. She loves me, it'll all be fine. She'll do it in record time. She's going for gold. Normally I would have a can of gold for this, but I haven't been able to say. You'll have
They
to
sell
do,
gold in Australia.
have to
don't
do
they?
with Carling. Can you move back up a bit?
That's the end of
They call for the doctor, the ambulance too. He's in A&E now, and he might not pull through. There's not long to go now. It's the end of the show. I think it's all over. He's going for gold. He's going for gold. He's going for gold. We cried in the corridor and stared at the wall. No, that's wrong. We cried in the corridor, stared at the wall. Just couldn't believe it. It's gone from us all. Someone turned on the telly and the Olympics was on, but it just didn't matter, because poor Dave was gone. And that's when we heard that sound. Slowly we all turned round. Standing behind us found Dave going for gold. He stood there with beer in hand. He said, "Oh, I'm feeling great, so chuck me another cake, 'cause I'm going for gold. I'm going for gold. I'm fucking going for gold. I'm going for gold." Like to dedicate that to all the GBH gold winners. No, Great Britain and there's
GBR.
The GBR.
Not GBH.
Yeah. To all the our Olympic champions, even though they run about and shouting and screaming for fuck all. So that's for them, that is. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a different note, Mr. Robert White.
Goodbye, Donald Trump. The election was a fraud. How dare they not believe your lack of evidence? It was all totally real, unlike your orange skin, fake news or bad comb over. They treated you so bad, unlike the nice way you treat other people, grabbing women's bits, impersonating the disabled, insulting minorities. It was all not real, unlike all your pretend Melanias. And it seems to me you live your life like a condom full of wind, but Trump's hot air has farted its last and you're discarded in the bin. It was all just a sham, unlike your discredited Twitter posts or your advice to drink bleach. Trump, I wanted you to get in again so you could be impeached.
There he was, ladies and gentlemen, the marvellous Robert White. How fabulous. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, so I did a gig recently, and when I'd finished, I had a great gig. Everyone was laughing. It was fabulous. When I came off, this guy came up to me and he said, Dickie, do you know what? That was very, very funny. But you know what? If you don't mind me saying, I think you repeat yourself a little bit too much. And I said, oh, thank you, mate. So you think I repeat myself a bit too much? Well, do you know what that is? I repeat myself a little bit too much because whenever I go for pie and mash, I always have a double-double. Whenever I go to Greg's, I always have a yum-yum. I like to go to Bora Bora and eat bonbons and pawpaws, and I like to have a wee-wee and a poo-poo, which I sometimes call a pee-pee, and a plop-plop. I fancy Coco Chanel, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Momola, Menina Nana, and I call a dog a woof woof and a cow a moo moo, and I call a car a brum brum and a train a choo choo. And my days off, I like to watch documentaries about Sing Sing, listen to Lulu, Shawaddy Waddy and BB King, put a bet on a GG, and hopefully have a win-win. And I love it when people go ha-ha when I tell a knock-knock joke, boom boom. And I said, if you don't mind me saying, mate, I think your criticism of me wasn't very good, because if you'd have been paying attention, you notice that I don't always repeat myself, because sometimes I do the opposite, depending on the circumstances. Because you see, I like hip-hop and having a sing-song when I'm playing ping-pong. I like to have a Kit Kat followed immediately by a tic-tac. I wear flip-flops in my gym jams, and I mishmash of knickknacks in my house, which I keep spit-spot. My doorbell goes ding-dong. My favourite film is King Kong. And I like a chit-chat and a splish-splosh, but I don't like jibber-jabber, and I'll put up with no flim-flam. And if you've been really paying close attention, you notice that sometimes I have to do a combination of both, depending on the circumstances, because I once had a girlfriend called Mimi and a girlfriend called Fifi, and I left Mimi for Fifi, because you see, well, Mimi like kissy-kissy, but Fifi like rumpy-pumpy. Yeah, and then I punched him twice, because sometimes to get your point across, you need to repeat yourself. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce a very good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and I say this most sincerely, probably the funniest comedian that I know. Please welcome Tim Waddacock.
Greetings. I'm Tim Waddacock, and welcome to Bargain Flog It Antique Road Trip in your attic. Up your drawers, missus, I don't mind. Join me now at the wheel of my ridiculously overpriced automobile. Toad of Toad Hall, eat your heart out, beep, beep. Now then, let's head off and see what other bargains I can find back at my hotel. I'll just go past this very common chap. Bought a Volkswagen Golf. Thinks it makes him classless. Well, it does. He has no class. I always think the Saab is the Rolls-Royce of cars, although allegedly that the Rolls-Royce is the Rolls-Royce of cars, but I don't agree. I'd say it's Saab with its Mem Saab Raj connotations. It drives nicely, just like the old lady at home.
Watch where you go, mate.
Don't tell me how to drive. I was driving.
I just said watch where you're going.
Why are you warning me of this? This bloody cameraman, honestly, he's about...
Wild animals
He's
in the
about
road.
23. I don't know...
Watch where you're going, mate.
Do you know who I am? Do you bloody know who I am?
No, to be honest, I've never...
Well, I'm going to have a Dominic.
Who are you?
I can't have this cameraman. I can't have this cameraman. Oh, look, they've shut the bloody railings. Look, this is absurd. Now, I've been coming to this place for absolutely... I will not tolerate this.
It's locked, mate. It's locked.
I'm sorry.
No, it's actually locked.
Dominic, are you getting all this?
Aye. Having another Timbo Tizzy, is he?
Yeah, he's doing a Clarkson.
Get me.
Yeah, hang on, he's trying to grab the camera. Hang on, he's got hold of me now. The camera!
Kevin, don't worry about the bloody camera. Just please, let him hit you. Just a little black eye, then he's history. And don't think I can't hear you two. This show would be nothing without me. Do you hear me? Nothing.
Come on, let's just calm down now. I'll drive you home.
All right, love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Waddacock. Not Tim Waddacock. Tim Waddacock. So, that was quite fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's Al. Hello, Al. You all right? Yeah, so a lot of people at the moment, I don't know what's the matter with fucking people at the moment, but some of them are thinking about going to the Edinburgh Fringe. You know, well, I mean, I know we're all going to be dead by the end of the year, so I want to wait until there's nobody left, and then I'll go.
Aren't allowed, if some of them want to go to the Fringe and aren't allowed.
Yeah, but well,
So
some of them are
only-
allowed, but it doesn't matter whether they fucking live or not, does it? It don't matter. It gets rid of the competition.
There'll still be no
There's too many
audience.
fucking comedians around, as far as I'm concerned. And you know, if everybody goes to the Edinburgh Fringe and they all die, then we've got the place to ourselves. We'll be working 7 nights a week. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to the Fringe. But last month we had Peter Buckley Hill, the man who invented the free fringe. Now that's nice. See, you can die for free this year. But he was great. He was great. But we've got a song that we were going to do last month, but because Peter was on, I thought no, I shouldn't do it. I should wait until he's not watching, because he hates comedy. He won't be watching this. You know. So oh yeah, now here we go. I have to try not to be too fast with this because there's a lot of words, and you know what words are like, don't you? Mr. and Mrs. Morris Minge went for the month to the Edinburgh Fringe. They scribbled and scripted a marvellous show, then off to the land of the Scot they did go. With wit and good humour they gaily arrived. To garner attention and praise they contrived. At their venue of choice they had great expectations of laughter in rafters and standing ovations.
Now the Minges were known to be frightfully dense,
Prepared to perform at terrific expense,
paying agents and PR exorbitant rates
to find them an audience, not just their mates. There's a chance that the pair might end up in the news if they're lucky enough to get sparkling reviews. In which case they'll be glad as they wander down Leith. They spend up their cash on expensive new tea.
Unlike
us. All they needed was access to Radio 4 to gain some attention and open some doors. With a new TV profile we'll know who they are and pay a small fortune to see these new stars. But now the poor Minges their money all spent, disappointed to find that they were not on trend. At the last show nobody was there to be found but a dirty old man and his mangy old hound. Harmonised. Despite all the letdowns and failures and more, they continue attempting to conquer the balls. With this awful affliction affecting the Minges, they're completely addicted to doing the fringes.
You sure we did?
Did I?
Yes, there was a whole other...
Where's the next bit then?
It's not there, you didn't put it in.
Oh,
There was a whole other page.
oh God.
Never mind.
Oh, well, you don't want to be too professional, you know. You could fucking spoil it for everybody else. All right. So,
Good, yeah.
Dickie, isn't it? Isn't Dickie going to come back?
No, he's
But-
doing 2 minutes of pattern math.
Oh, we're doing 2 minutes. All right. Oh, there's a surprise. 2 minutes of pattern math.
I'm not
Thank you.
Up yet.
You haven't. Fuck me. Talk about slick.
Right, here it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe this. 2 minutes of pattern math.
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello. And yeah, why not? Nothing else to lose. Welcome to another episode of 2 Mins of Pat and Math. What's the question?
Well, Sean,
Yes, Catherine.
state your preference: cats or dogs?
Ooh,
Simple but effective.
yeah, perhaps it is. And sorry, I'm going to say cats.
Why?
Why? Because I've got no need of an idiot on a string.
Is that dogs?
Of course,
Right.
because they're idiots and you keep them on strings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's as simple as that, Catherine. It's as simple.
Well, yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I'd say cats too. Because it's just like, you know, their needs are so small and they're just so indifferent. It's just like a pillow that you put food into, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not a real pillow.
No,
That you
because it, you know, a real pillow doesn't scratch you when you try and sleep on it.
No. And also, a real pillow doesn't digest the food. So it starts
No,
to smell.
it does, yeah. Learned that one the hard way.
Too many times. So, if you don't like dogs, why the puppy farm?
Because, well, I need to make money somehow, don't I?
Yeah.
That's why they're all outside. Don't keep them in the house, do I?
But where is it again you keep them?
You know, in the caravans outside
Yeah. Yeah.
on that
The
waste ground.
yeah. The fire damaged one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, it kept them warm while it were on fire.
True. Yeah. And it's
I don't see the problem.
and they can't open that door.
No, because we don't have these bad boys.
And because
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah, on a string.
Yeah. Oh, are they on strings as well already?
Yeah, you gotta learn them early, haven't you?
Bargain.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Anyway, if anyone wants a puppy, call me.
Yeah, they were, ladies and gentlemen. Weren't they wonderful? Pat and Math there. Pat and Math. So, I am Dickie Richards. I'm a bon vivant. I'm a raconteur. I'm a major contributor to global greenhouse gases. I accept all major credit and debit cards. I hate Christopher, but I love his brother Rupert. I'm a huge fan of the vegan country and western singer Couscous Stofferson. And I'm a massive, I really love the fake opera singer Placebo Domingo. I'm a Polish Cockney and I'm a sexual tyrannosaur. Yes, that's right. Sexually, I'm just like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I've had nothing in 65 million years. Yeah, not true, of course. But let me tell you something about the Tyrannosaurus Rex that you might not know. Did you know that the Tyrannosaurus Rex were the most secretive of all the dinosaurs? Yeah, apparently played their cards very close to their chests. Yes, yes. And I'm nothing like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, actually. No, I've had a lot of sex in my life. Actually, it's my favourite pastime. I've had a lot of sex all over the world in thousands of different positions. But, you know, it still excites me. I still have sexual fantasies. I'd love to have a twosome. Yes, a little joke about masturbation. I'm sorry about that. I don't like doing it. That's the thing about masturbation. It's a little bit unpleasant, but it's good to get out your system. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the next act for you now. And she's a good friend of mine. And I sincerely say this, that probably the funniest comedian I know. Please welcome Krysstal Balls.
Krysstal here, in case you didn't recognise me. This is my vlog. Wow, like that word. I've only just started doing it though. I decided to become an influencer. Not an influencer, an influencer, because I want to go viral. But I sort of cottoned onto it a bit too late, I think, because it was like in May the 20th or 21st or something, and most people had sort of gone out by then. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I want to tell you about my lockdown, because I just did every course you could think of, and I learnt a load of new instruments. I'm really excited. I want to show you. So Brian was teaching me how to play the tambourine, right? So hang on a minute. No, tambourine, not tits. All right, that's it. Yeah, okay, that's it. So I've got that now. That's easy. I can do that, no problem. But I've also learnt this. I think it's a ukulele. So you go like, yeah, and this. See, that's good. I know, really. I know. You're supposed to blow it. Here we go. Try this. See, brilliant. So I'm really pleased with that. And any other instruments you want to throw at me, I'll give it a bash. Happy playing.
Well, somebody's in the shit.
Who's in the shit?
Somebody made a mistake. I don't know who it was, because we did that one last month.
We did that one last month.
That's the one we did last month.
But it didn't have the nice intro and the nice cover and things on it when we did it last time.
No, yeah. So somebody made a mistake there. So we might try and play the proper one later on, if there's time. Which there may not be. There may not be time for the proper one, for the one that people were gagging for. Just looking at both people on there, both of them are probably going, oh, for fuck's sake. They're probably talking to each other now. We fucking saw this last month. Yeah. Mind you, with our record, I doubt the three of them now, they've put a word around. They've put a word.
Plumber.
I don't know, I can't see it. You got your.
Evening.
Oh, that's Dickie, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dickie?
Is that your friend now?
Tim
Dickie
Spencer.
Dido.
Dickie Plumber. Is that Dickie Dido?
That's Dickie Dido. A regular.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost staff.
Hello.
Yeah, send him a link and we can have a chat with him later on. Yeah. It's Mr. Dido. And but bearing in mind that we've got someone here who's been having severe plumbing problems all week, you might like to talk to Dickie Dido, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He can probably help you. So can you find the link? No? We'll find it and send it to him. All right. So, well, funny enough, it's our Mandolino is going to play us a little tune.
Time to get into the world of copyright and YouTube strikes. Yes. Well, today it's 150 days to Christmas.
Send it to me this time.
How about that? 150 days to Christmas. But more importantly, for our purposes, it's 157 days to Public Domain Day, which is January the 1st every year. And that's when loads of stuff that was made 95 years ago comes into the public domain. The copyright stops. How about that, yeah? So that's where we're going trawling for tunes and things. But the laws on this vary globally, right? Now then, in some countries it's like 70 years after the artist or the writer has died or what have you, and but in Belarus it's only 50 years after. So, but in America, but I don't know how much of a player in the world. In the world Belarus is in the world of copyright, but I don't think they've got quite as much clout as the US of A, which is where YouTube comes from, isn't it? So we're going to go with America with this one. And so this year, on January the 1st, anything that was published 95 years ago, in 1926, becomes into the public domain. And this year, we were very pleased to receive in our public domain The Great Gatsby. How about that? So you could do a musical of The Great Gatsby, and there's no copyright. You know, Winnie the Pooh, that's in the public domain now. It's not copyrighted. No, it's 95 years. And in the film world, Go West, the great Buster Keaton film Go West, and also one of the first talkies, Don Juan, is also in the public domain now. But for our purposes, for music for Pear Shaped, we have the wonderful tune Sweet Georgia Brown is now in the public domain. So they can't copyright strike us for me playing Sweet Georgia Brown. Even though I played this for 10 years in the basement of the Fitzroy Tavern, illegally it seems now. But finally, now it's in the public domain, so how about that? So I'm going to have a quick blast through Sweet Georgia Brown. Sweet Georgia Brown. Yeah.
There he was, folks. The fantastic Al Mandolino. How brilliant was that? How brilliant was that? Fantastic. Now, Brian asked me not to say anything because he's a bit bashful like this, but I wanted to congratulate him and let everyone know that he's been nominated. He's been nominated as the 2021 Face of Dignitas. So congratulations, Brian, and apparently he's got some 2-for-1 vouchers or something. So perhaps if you want to send a message to Brian, he'll be able to sort you out. And now Brian doesn't like jokes; he hates jokes. So I thought I'd do some more. So here's some jokes that I've got written down, which I haven't learned. Here we go. There's a few jokes. My granddad was captured by the Nazis in a Spanish restaurant. He was arrested by the Gazpacho. I'm a big fan of the 60s group, The Monkees. Whenever one of them dies, I send Mickey Dolenz his. Nice to see the born-again Christians enjoying a bit of a renaissance. Did you know that porcupines are native to Melton Mowbray? And I just watched the new Star Trek film set in a zoo, The Giraffe of Khan. My downstairs neighbour, Walter, has mental health problems. On Thursdays, I have friends over to play cards, and we call the night Bridge Over Troubled Walter. Many oppose sexual harassment. Don't hold it against them. Heston Blumenthal is a nice bloke, but he makes a meal out of everything. And dolphins, clicky. What do you call a Swiss Jedi master? Yodeler. I have painful memories of mixing up neuralgia and nostalgia. And there's a bloke near me held up the bank dressed in a gimp mask and a pair of marigolds. He's been charged with armed robbery. And I'm a big fan of Wagner. I love his work, especially Heart to Heart. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a few jokes just for Brian. And I'm going to introduce the next act. And he's a good friend of mine. And I'll play this most sincerely, but the funniest comedian I know. Please welcome Cole Parker and his LA Report.
Welcome, yes, welcome to the unmuted version of Cole Parker live in LA. Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Now, a couple of things this week. First of all, there's an English pub opened up in Pasadena, where I live. So I'm quite happy about this. Take it home, and they've nailed it. It's just like an English pub, you know. The beer's all warm and shitty. The food's terrible. And all the waitresses are really sarcastic, and they look like my dad. So it's just like being back at home. I'm very happy. But the reason they've opened up, the reason why I'm spending so much time in the pub is because things are a bit toxic at home at the moment. In fact, they're toxic all over the United States. It's not just my house. I mean, regarding my situation, small bit of advice I will give the people out there. I will give the person out there. If your wife, girlfriend, partner, husband, whatever, right, if they have a tattoo, they've got a tattoo of the Milky Way star system on their shoulder, don't make a joke about the universe expanding, because I did. And as a result, my spaceship hasn't docked for quite some time. But it's toxic all over the United States at the moment. We've got voter suppression going on across multiple Republican states because the ethnic people aren't voting the way they want them to. And that's for Trump, So they're trying to suppress the votes. And it's getting pretty nasty over here. I'm not going to lie. They started the January 6th commission yesterday, which Republicans have been trying to stop that from happening because basically it exposes the fact that they were fucking involved with it, many of them egging it on, inciting it, etc. And it's so much hatred at the moment. I was actually trapped recently in a conversation with a bigoted Republican woman who was going on about how much she hated gay people and she hated unnatural love. She's sitting there with this dog on her lap telling me about how much she hated unnatural love. During this 3-minute conversation, this dog must have licked a treat out of her face about 3 or 4 times. She let this dog lick her open mouth whilst telling me she hated unnatural love. That's the kind of fucking mentality we're dealing with over here at the moment. I asked her what kind of dog it was. She says it's a cockapoo. What's that? I've never heard of that. She goes, it's a cross between a cocker spaniel and a poodle. No, that's a mongrel. You can't do that. You can't just smash 2 dogs together and invent a new breed. Someone can't say, what sort of dog's that? Oh, it's a German Wolfhound Spaniel Terrier. No, that's a fucking mongrel, right? Stop fooling people. And what's making things the worst over here is we can't get out of lockdown. We scrape out of it and we slide back in because of the unvaccinated people are holding everybody up. And they're fucking annoying me. I don't mind it when the unvaccinated evangelical Christians start falling off the planet, to be honest with you, because that's just natural selection happening before our very naturally happening. But the people that get me are the people like, for example, I've got a friend who's covered in tattoos who won't get a vaccine because they're scared of needles. What the fuck? You get the people that say, I won't get a vaccine because I don't want to put anything bad inside my body that I don't trust. This is the same person who'll eat a whole bucket of KFC chicken and have a mystery meat kebab on the way home, buy Coke from a guy in a pub, and have condom-less sex with a fucking stranger they meet on the internet. All I'm saying is it's pretty fucked up over here, so you're better off over there.
Go. Hello, Krysstal here. I want to tell you some more about what I did in lockdown, because I did so many courses and everything. I can now speak a load of languages. Listen to this. Je m'appelle Krysstal und ich spreche d'Italia tres bene. Piece of piss, that language, isn't it? Piece of piss. I've also been bettering my English, my grammar and that. I have learned how to unsplit my infinities. Yeah. Going really well. Oh no. Really going well. Oh fuck it, I can't remember how to do it now. So that's been great. But the thing about lockdown is, because I was in a bubble with Brian, because we got stuck in Australia, right? And by the time I got home, everybody was all like in bubbles. And so I had to end up being in a bubble with Brian. Can you imagine that? Anyway, I spent a lot of time on my own, but I was thinking a lot about my ex-boyfriends, because I had quite a lot of boyfriends. So it's been like, they've never been taller than me. There was Anthony, he was about that big, but he was hung like a donkey. Enormous feet and lovely long pink hair. All down his back. I used to call him like my little Tony. The next one was even smaller. He was hung like a slinky. He was obsessed with size. I said, you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. Then I pushed him down the stairs. Then there was Ginger Bob, who kissed like a goldfish. I met him at the fair. Didn't last more than a couple of days. And I had this thing with the local gang leader. It was really romantic. He bought me a diamond. It was gold plated, and it was a knuckle duster, and it had a big diamond on it for like cutting through glass. But as I say, he was dead romantic. He got shot by his ex-girlfriend, with the gun that he'd given her. I think that was diamond encrusted as well. That was Dave from Specsavers. I said, when can I see you again? He said, they'll be ready on Thursday. We never saw eye to eye, always arguing. He made a right spectacle of himself. He decided to surprise me on my birthday, though. He ran off with Janet from Weight Watchers. And I say ran, sort of more of a waddle, really, you know what I mean. And there was Robert, the builder, always starting late. Took ages to finish. I mean, that's no foundation for a relationship, is it? When I told him he was a builder or bricklayer, my mum was mortified. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sort of sick of men. I mean, I could be a cougar, but I don't want to be. I don't want a toy boy. I want a proper man, you know. But they're all kind of changed, haven't they? They've all gone all sort of sensitive, you know, crying at the telly, and I mean they've really changed them more than their underpants. I don't use Lynx though; it stinks. But they've gone all like using deodorants and moisturisers and like balms, and I mean trying to get hold of one these days, they just squirt right out of your hands. And they've got feelings and they want to talk, and mind you, they still haven't got the hang of listening, have they? Have you? No, you haven't. My last fella, he was on his computer always playing all the bleeding time. I said, I love you. He said, what? I said, Google it.
What was it?
There she was.
What?
Wasn't she wonderful? Krysstal.
That was that. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, it's Dickie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Dickie.
Does anyone know what's happening?
No. Wait.
Oh.
Well,
We're waiting for Trevor to turn up.
yeah, we're waiting.
Oh, wait for Trevor. All right. Brian, would you like me to do some more jokes in between?
I think you should, don't you? Have you got any waiting for Trevor jokes?
Waiting for Trevor. Let me have a look. Here's one. Here's one.
Go on. Yeah.
What do you call a deer that's both left-handed and right-handed?
Someone who's waiting for Trevor.
Ambidextrous. Best I had.
That's nice. I like the way you squeezed in waiting for Trevor to that one.
But I mean,
try another one. Try another one.
Try another one. Let's go. Look, you know, animals that were brave in the war were awarded the Dickin Medal, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just reading the other day about some goldfish that were awarded the Dickin Medal because they served in the tank regiment.
Yeah.
Oh God!
That's another waiting for Trevor joke.
It is a waiting for Trevor because they're floating around going bobbing. You think they're waiting for Bob because they go Bob, but no, they're actually waiting for Trevor.
Well, if you look closely about goldfish, if you go Trevor, it looks more like a goldfish. Trevor.
Trevor. Yeah, no, you're right.
We have got a video.
We've got.
I think.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted me to introduce Ivan.
I think you should. I think you should because up until now we haven't had any comedy, so I think we should introduce Ivan. Now this is what comedy should be.
Now, Ivan's is a good friend of mine, and I say this sincerely that he's the funniest comedian I know. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Stewart.
And the top like this, inside, and here. Not very deep.
Now I do.
Yes, you, please.
Old licher.
Right, now there. Go like that, right? Short, no, then go across.
This, inside.
And then under.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this, and here. You don't.
Put it down. Put it under.
Inside.
Inside. Yeah.
Keep it loose.
You can try again.
Once more, yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yes. You put
that. Under
here.
there.
Yes.
Good.
Pardon.
Through here.
And pull the bottom. Pull the bottom.
Yeah, will do.
Yes. Pardon.
Very good,
Because
Ivan.
it's very small. Very
Yeah, but it
small.
should be
But
low.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because it's very small. Like
Yeah, but it's... Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Oh, it's a great photo.
Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what could be funnier than two ladies trying to teach a bloke how to tie a fucking tie? So,
And
I'll
some
tell you what
mandolin
could be
music as
funnier
well.
than two blokes trying to teach a bloke how to tie a tie. Dickie Dido.
Plumber.
Hey,
Plumber.
come on. Come on. I don't know what's happening, but you know, I'm here. Do you know? Do you know what? Love to see Brian and Krysstal. It was really nice to see you both, and all the old faces. You know, Cole and Al. You know, and Dickie. You know, another Dickie imposter. And but you know, you guys, you are the gift that keeps on giving. You are syphilis. But you know, it's a joy. I'm just thrilled. I was sat there watching shite on the television, you know, and what am I supposed to be doing now? Anything in particular? Because you know.
No. So you thought you'd watch some shite on the computer instead?
Well, yeah, that's it. Do you know? I thought to myself, I know where I can get quality. I know where I can get quality, and couldn't get it, so I came here. Yeah.
Well, you turned up, which is amazing. I mean, I've had difficulties recently with plumbers who just don't turn up, you know.
Well, there you go. You see, unfortunately, Al, you'll be disappointed by this, but the old strapline on the old Dickie Dido show is plumbers to the rich and famous, and I'm afraid you don't colour that. You know, so, you know, I mean,
right.
You know, I mean, you know, Sweet Georgia Brown just isn't going to cut it, my old son. You know, it's, but
I need to up the
anyway.
game a bit, yeah.
Well, that's it. You know, I thought I bring a bit of weight.
Right.
And yeah, the ex-wife, she wouldn't come on, so that's the end of that. So yeah, you stick the political correctness right up your shit box. Yeah, that's it. It's all happening here. See, like, it's nice to see Krysstal laughing, isn't it? Eh?
It's yes, I've never seen it. I keep looking ahead. You know.
I don't have a sense of humour.
Yes, you do. We know you do. You're with Brian.
So. That's nice. That's nice. Old people always have a go at me. I don't know what it is.
Well, they do the show with me, Brian. You know, easy target.
So Al's been having a hell of a lot of plumbing problems, so that's actually why you're here. You're his agony plumbing aunt.
Yeah, far away, Al. Far away, ask your questions.
Al, tell us all about your plumbing. We've seen it a fucking time.
It's just
now
like,
tell us about your plumbing.
The plumbing just
Tell us about your plumbing, Al.
But getting them to plumber to turn up, just to turn up when they say they've got to turn up. You know,
you're just lonely, aren't you?
Yeah,
you just want anybody to turn up.
Well, enough plumbers at the Yellow Pages. Can you just come round?
Completely
nothing. Just come round.
I'll completely take the room to pieces. You know, take the toilet out. Yeah, take the bath out. Everything. You know, there's a teenager lodger moving in, and there's no toilet. You know, can I get a plumber? No. You know.
So basically, Al, you need a plumber to fit a toilet.
But every now and then, yeah, occasionally.
No, come on now. Don't mess around, Al. What do you need doing?
Well, plumbing, like, you know, just turn up.
All right, yeah, well, you know, that covers every fucking base under the sun. What is it? Is it taps? Do you need taps?
Oh, in the shower, yeah. The bath putting in straight, you know, like on my battens on the wall, straight, level, you know.
Right.
Not so
yeah, you're not being very clear of them, honest, Al.
You know, because my tiling's straight, you know, but the wash basin isn't straight, yeah. And who gets the flag? Who's it land on?
Al,
who's it on?
There's no point in getting a fucking plumber around if you're not going to let him get a word in.
Well,
he's coming round. He's come round not to do the plumbing, but to tell you.
Oh, to give me a price.
Yeah,
to give me a price.
Yeah. Well, if you stop talking, he might.
Well, and surely you should just go stick a bath in there, mate. You don't have to go on your battens that are straight. You just got to go stick a bath in, mate.
He knows what you're doing. Dig a hole. Just dig a hole.
Dig a hole. Yeah, no, we were thinking the window, plumber, window vacant. You know, that way it goes out the window.
Oh, wet wipes. Never mind about a bath. Wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
Yeah, wet wipes.
Wet wipes. Landfill. Easy.
Wet wipes and a bucket.
Hey, wet wipes, maybe out the window. Wet wipes.
Out the window.
With wet wipes.
If you do dig a hole, will you just jump in it? I mean, Christ.
Well, it'd be a very big hole then.
Oh my God, man! You know.
No, come on, Al. What's the problem, Al? Do you need a bathroom suite fitting?
We're past that now. You know, we're at the point where I have to do the tiling and cover up all the mistakes.
Well,
now,
don't mess around. I'll get to the point, for fuck's sake.
The point is, if the plumber fucking turned up when he said he was going to turn up, you know.
Yeah. What was it? Let's try this out. The rest isn't working for you. What do you need doing?
Things straight and level. You know, like what the spirit level.
What, your penis? What do you want straight and level?
The spirit level says, you know, the gravity.
Christ,
you know.
almighty. No wonder they don't want to come round. I've just lost the will to live.
Gravity. No?
Christ almighty. Honest to God.
Basin,
I'm going to give up plumbing.
Tiles straight. Customer very upset. You know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Now Al knows why I overcut him every week. My God, it's so difficult to deal with. Last month, do you know what he did? He spoke for about half an hour about a song, a tune that took about fucking 1.5 minutes.
Very historic tune.
30 seconds. Yeah, he spoke for half an hour about it. It's like if you'd have done a bit of plumbing, right, and you got shit all over the walls, and you could talk about that for an hour, you'd be the new Banksy. Well, you wouldn't. You'd be the new Bogsy.
Yeah. It'd probably be very rich as well if he actually turned up and did half an hour's plumbing. You know, he'd be very rich.
Yeah, there you go. I can imagine you two getting on really well. Either one of you, if either one of you turned up on the other one's gig, you say, who was the last fucking cowboy that was in here?
Yeah, the fucking plumber. Yeah.
Who was the last fucking cowboy?
He's used a compression joint.
What is wrong with my buttons? You know, what is wrong with something that is perfectly straight? You know, that's where the back goes on there. It doesn't go that way. It goes that way. Straight.
No such thing as perfectly straight. We're hurtling through space on a spinning ball.
Look, don't get
you live on the hill.
right?
Maybe
Don't get
Yeah. You know, we're actually not straight in the plane that we're going in. You know,
look.
Seasons.
Spirit level.
Stop drinking for a couple of weeks until
you're not in Crouch End. You know, this is Crouch End, mate. You know.
What's that, Cole? Sorry, I missed that, Cole. Say again. You've stopped drinking.
I said maybe if you stop drinking for a couple of weeks, it might level itself out a bit. That was just.
Well,
basically, what we're getting here, Al, is I have it all the time. I have people ring me up and will say, "Listen, my sister was coming around. The cat fell over in the garden. I've been to the fair on Friday, and on Saturday, I want to go out with the missus. Right, I'm going to get to the fucking point. We're crying."
He turned up one morning, 3 hours late, and he said, "I haven't been to sleep yet." So I said, was it high quality cocaine to him? He said, "No, it was weed." And I said, "You've turned up stoned to fit a fucking toilet, in an upstairs flat."
Hey, Mr. Judgy.
Do you mean? Yeah, but you're not a plumber. You're paid to be outrageous. He's not. He's paid to do the bloody plumbing.
Well, yeah, but it can help sometimes. Listen, if I was turning up to your house, I'll be honest,
stoned,
I'd need weed. Christ,
mate, I'm going to demonstrate that I can be just as unfunny when I'm stoned as when I'm sober. Seriously, I can function both ways. So,
could have brushed your hair.
There we go. Yeah. Was it?
Sorry. I was going to
made an effort.
Cole. Silly.
No, don't be silly.
Is that a camo? Is that an urban camo T-shirt you've got on in LA? There is this the latest thing on the street, man?
No, it's a bit of a tie-dyed effort. It's actually
tie-dyed. Wow.
It's actually a bit younger for me.
I've got a T-shirt like that that I've spilled tea on.
Tea dyed.
Al's got one that his plumbing overflowed on.
We
died.
Hey. Look, I think we've got to take it there. Trevor Locke, our headliner, hasn't turned. He's got something better to do.
I've never liked him anyway, to be honest with you.
I've never liked him. No, I've always thought he was a cunt. And I knew when I asked him to do this, I thought, he's not going to fucking do it.
Maybe he's got trapped. He's small. Maybe he's got trapped behind like a shoebox or something. Maybe like a magazine on his arm, and he can't make it. He's not a big fella.
Oh, that's
No,
yeah.
definitely. Maybe he's not.
No,
yeah.
that's a good point. He was on the way to another gig and he said, "Don't worry," he said, "I'll phone you up on my iPhone." I reckon his batteries fucking run flat. Oh, either that or he just can't be bothered because we are only Pear Shaped in Dystopia, London's second worst fucking comedy club in the whole cunting universe. That's using his terms, not mine.
Oh, hang a minute. Maybe he's a plumber.
Maybe he's a plumber. Yes,
Maybe in the pandemic he's become a
Probably at
plumber.
Al's door right now, but he can't reach the bell. That's what's happened.
He's going to come tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to show up next
He's
week.
probably going to send a text. He's on his way, you know.
Yeah. He's probably been
He's had
flooded
an
out.
emergency, you know. He's dealing with a deluge. I've had that. I've got a whole list of excuses. But I might not be here, you know.
Right, so we'll have to take it, right, and I'd like to thank Dickie Dido for helping out with the plumbing situation.
Yeah.
Christ.
We're going to have to take it that our headliner is not going to make it. See, look, we're going to have to take it. Headliner's not going to make it. See, it's a new song, Al.
Yeah, we've covered. Yeah, we've covered it. We've covered that.
Right,
Yeah.
roll call.
Right.
I'm going to take everybody off and bring them back in again.
Right. Okay, then. Ladies and gentlemen, the first act you saw this evening was
Robert White.
Goodbye, Katie Hopkins, you left so sudden. Where are you now? Were you eradicated, mistaken for a virus? Or were you just a racist statue that was melted down? Was your mouth considered non-essential and told to stay shut? Or did you find that while Black Lives do actually matter, your Twitter feed does not? And it seems to me she festered so long in the toilet like a turd, hating on so many people, no one was left to like her. So the summer solstice sacrifice has killed a witch. So now who will remember you? Goodbye, Kim, some bitch.
The minute was Robert White. It was Robert White, and he was followed by Tim Waddacock.
Well, we've just pulled off the road for a little soupçon. I was after a Ginsters and maybe some Sunny D, but our young cameraman friend here, Kevin, has stopped for his own form of refreshment, shall we say. Now, I notice you're imbibing in a little smoke, a little snout, as they have it inside.
It's just a roll-up, mate.
A roll-up, there you have it. Roll up for the magical mystery tour.
It's just a roll-up.
With every inhalation of that waspish vapour, you are now stoned. I think he's giggling now. Now, this is a sign. He's giggling. I'm not in on the joke because I'm a square. I'm a fuddy-duddy. Oh. Yes. Oh, get down. I think I'm actually breathing in some of the fumes myself. Now, this is what I call an antiques road trip. We're on a trip. Oh, could I have a drag on some of that, Kev? This is one antiques road trip I'm not going to forget in a hurry. Know what I mean? Join us next time for some more bargain hunting. Yes?
Yeah.
You said it. He said it. Put it there, man. All right. We'll see you next time. Toodaloo. This lot, I think, are really hip. I think they have a future. As we head off, do I want to hold your hand? Yes, I bloody well do. Go, Kev. love it when they do that. Oh, yeah. I don't like it round here. Frightfully dreadful colours, architecture, scruffy cars. This is probably where Kevin lives. Well, we're home. We've had some great bargain hunting today. Yes, I think you can bung it in this space. If we have any truck with the locals, they've got me to Ballywell reckon with. Oh, I can hear something. It sounds like I'm at a Ann Summers convention, but no, it's another huge erection appearing over us as the boot comes up, as you can see, and it comes down, smacks me on the head, blood running down. Join us next time for some more bargain hunting. Yes? Yes!
Fuck me, that went on a bit.
Had two endings.
It had two endings,
in it.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. You can't beat a good ending, can you? One good ending deserves another. That's one good term, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that was what?
And then we had.
What?
Still doing the roll call.
Oh yeah. Roll call. Yeah. 2 minutes of pattern math, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the International Accounting Day special of 2 minutes of Pat and Math. Catherine, you appear to know nothing about accounting, and yet I understand you have a question.
I do, yeah. And I hope that it's not too much for you, Sean. But my question to celebrate International Accounting Day is, what's your favourite number?
Ooh. Does it have to be an integer?
It's a thinker. I don't know what that is.
We'll move on. I'm going to say then, pi. There.
Yeah.
I've said it.
As a northerner, I also like pi.
Yeah.
But why do you like it?
Okay. You might have heard of this at school as the circles number.
Right, yeah, okay, got you.
It's not a whole number, it's not an integer, but it is a great number because who doesn't like round things?
True. Wheels are round, cakes
Hats,
are round.
Cakes, yeah.
Pies.
So, yeah, the circle of life, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Do you know many numbers?
I can count up to about 15. And thus, my favourite number is 13.
Ooh.
Because some knobheads think it's unlucky.
Yeah.
So it's always available.
Which, paradoxically, is very lucky for you.
Yeah. Happy International Accounting Day.
I just feel empty.
Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful pattern man. I love everything they say. You don't have to be funny to be on this fucking thing. You can just talk any old bollocks here. Come on. And now, next, who do we have? Krysstal Balls. That'll do. Don't want to go on to it. There's only so many times you can stand fucking hilarity. We don't want to go on too much. And then after that we had our Mandolino. Too late. No. Right. Okay. That's our Mandolino. And then after that we had Cole Parker's LA Report, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
It's very quiet. Very quiet. Oh? Yeah.
It'll be better prepared next time. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
No, It's all right. It's okay. You haven't spoiled the show. It's okay.
I know.
It's all right.
That's the thing.
It takes a lot of effort to spoil this show. Yeah. So, that was Cole Parker, ladies and gentlemen. Our man in LA. I have got a lovely little poem about our man in LA, but I forgot to put it on the end of the fucking bit of paper I'm looking at, that I'm pretending not to look at. Right, what else am I not looking at?
Then we didn't have our headliner.
Yes, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the man who couldn't be bothered fucking turning up. Thank you. I appreciate that, because it's like Osaka, the tennis player. She thought, nah, fuck this, I don't want to put that camera.
I'll be honest with you, though, I enjoyed his set.
Yeah, I know. So did I. And I know you would have enjoyed it even more if you'd have turned up. But it's like, because I like the idea of having on Pear Shaped we have an actor who cannot be named. Why? Because he never fucking turns up. That's why. So that's the kind of act that I like. Yeah.
And on the other hand, we have people turning up uninvited.
We get people turning up that we don't want to fucking turn up.
Yeah.
Hey, talking of plumbers.
Hey, plumbers, yeah.
You can't get one, and suddenly one turns
Suddenly
up.
the turn up, yeah.
You know,
Just
when
it's a
you're
shame.
finishing off. It's a shame Trevor didn't show. He's a lovely lad, is Trevor, and I know he'd go on any shite, so he must have a serious reason. He must have.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have. I know that he has no distinguishment whatsoever.
But he doesn't care. No.
He'll play to any
Distinguishment.
He'll be making 30 quid somewhere tonight. He won't give a fuck about us.
He was on the way to a proper gig, and I said, well, just tune in on.
No, hey, hang on. Back up, Brian. Back up, Brian. Back up, son. You said this is a proper gig, Brian. This is proper. This is proper.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money involved here, which we don't like to go on about.
That's the only reason we're here, bro.
Well, listen, I've only put my head on for you, so I haven't had my head on for months.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I had an idea that John might have been watching, and he thought, fuck me, he wants Dickie. Here's somebody who wants a bit of dick.
Yeah, well, everybody wants Dickie, let's face it, these days.
So thank you, and especially thank you for helping Al out. He's been worried about Al. All he ever talks about fucking plumbing and wood.
We're just about to finish for the day, and the plumber's turned up. You know.
There you go. Oh, I'm working away on a bit of wood. Oh, I've had such a hard day with this bit of wood, and then I have a fucking plumbing problem.
Right, I'm going to do the outro, and then you can have a.
Well, that was what a marvellous show. I must say, I really enjoyed it. I thought everybody was absolutely hilarious.
Well, I can see you enjoyed something, yes.
In fact, I'm so happy that I would actually like to pay something.
Yes,
but I don't know. I don't know where to start. Actually, normally I have a little man who deals with the money for me, but he got in a fit of laughing and he seems to have disappeared somewhere.
I know how to do it.
So how do I pay?
Scan the QR code or follow the link.
Well, that was Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Pear Shaped, and we hope y'all thought the show was really great. Last Wednesday of the month. Pear Shaped, if the comics made you grin, feel free to chuck a fiver in the bin.
Or 10 or more.
Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30. When does it run?
Oh my goodness, this is still
Wednesday night at 8:30.
There you are.
Is it next week?
No, end of the month, dear, end of the month.
Next month, the end of the month.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, I should be here, so
yes,
thank you
will.
for everything.
It's all right.
And I'm just trying to figure out how to pay.
Well, you've been told, dear, if you haven't worked out by now.
Oh, thank fuck, that's over.
So
you must remind me, if I speak to you any time between now and next month, you must remind me that I actually enjoy all of these. I
All
fucking
right.
dread them. I dread it. I think even now I've got a month to get prepared for it. I think, oh, fuck's sake. What am I going to do? But
We're still broadcasting, by the way.
yeah, we're still.
Before we say anything to
Yeah, yeah. Look, all you viewers.
yeah.
So,
This is the extra bit.
yeah, no,
Plus one.
I actually do enjoy it. I enjoy it when it comes to it, but fuck me, before it, oh God, I've got no jokes, I've got no songs, I've got no nothing.
Sounds like my set list.
I can't remember the old material. Oh, fucking hell. But then when it comes to it, I actually enjoy it. I've had a great time. It's nothing to do with you lot. I've had a great time. And it's sort of I'd like to thank Dickie for standing in for Mr. Miller. Now, that's a
I didn't know. I
challenge.
just
Standing in for Mr. Personality. That's a fucking challenge, isn't it?
Mr. Miller? Wasn't it Mr. Locke? Wasn't it Sean Locke?
It was Trevor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Two Dickies.
Yeah, tell Trevor.
Anthony was probably there was two people watching.
Why are you thanking Dickie Dido for standing?
Oh, cool. Sorry, yeah. There's two Dickies. You don't get two dicks on the same gig like that.
I stood in for Anthony Miller, not Dickie Dido. Dickie Dido stood in for Trevor Locke.
I take that back.
Trevor Locke.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I do apologise, Mr. Richards.
Do let Trevor know that I stood in for him, won't you? You
Yeah,
make sure you do that.
Put that on your posters now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I stood in for Trevor Locke. It's going on there. It's going on.
That's right. Yes. You're doing someone's Uber and go, you know what? I stood in for Trevor Locke once, you know?
So, I remember I asked a comedian friend of mine, Sam Avery, wonderful Liverpool comedian, and I said, you couldn't put a little quote on the poster, could he goes, sorry, mate, he said, I don't give out quotes. So I put that on the poster. There we go.
Mate, it's very, by the way, mine was cobbled. It was just that at the moment, we've got like real shit happening over here. We've got like issues. So I'm kind of like torn between doing like a jokey set and talking about shit, which is like, might kick off because, kind of accelerate towards the civil war over here. But, yeah, it's
Cole, you're still crackling like hell. Is that just those?
It's those quality headphones you're wearing.
Yeah, really is crackling a lot. Have you got the other ones? Are these the good ones?
They look like the sort of thing you get free on an aeroplane. You know.
Air Korea.
Easy plugs. Easy jet.
No, we just
say something, Cole. Say something.
He's muted now, isn't he?
He's muted.
Oh, you've muted yourself.
Here we go. What a cool.
Right, now we're back on. Right, here we go. You sat down. No. Yeah, there's a few things going on here you need to know about that before we really there.
Do you know what? I was thinking then, isn't it a great shame that Al never has these audio issues?
No, Al always has fucking audio issues. You know why? Because he's a sound man.
I'm a retired sound engineer. It's a hobby. I used to be sound engineer.
I've never met a sound engineer who knows anything about fucking sounds. And Al has proved.
Do you ever know a little bit about weed, though? Have you noticed that?
I've got an idea for you, Cole. Take those things out. Just take it out and use it without the without. See if that. No, that's no good.
Muted.
No. So you're muted. You're muted.
Oh.
Mute.
It's frozen. It's frozen. It's muted. Yeah.
Hang on.
Maybe when we can't hear somebody, we just ignore the fact that we just nod. And just, maybe we just do that.
Are we on?
Now, yeah.
It's not great, be honest.
Is it not?
It's not great, but it's better than.
Very echoey.
There's no crackling.
Muted again.
It's like turkey with no crackling.
What?
No.
I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm an
that's
old man
okay.
now.
That's all right.
I don't
Do
know.
that.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Do you know, look at this. Look, it's fucking 90 degrees here. Can you see that?
Yeah. Right.
Is that right?
My aircon's broken, so I'm sweating like a mofo, and I've got like some guy who's going to tell them fix it in a minute because reliable tradesmen actually turn up in this part of the world now. I'm afraid to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you say that's aircon, but try calling the plumber. We want to see it live now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call the plumber, see how long it takes to turn up. You might go, well, what I'm going around to our Mandolinos and put a bath in straight. I can't really come round there.
Oh, mate.
God,
I had a brief for a part of the film after they can see everything cross for it, and I'm like,
I'm just going to go and sort out my plumbing. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, do you know, I thought he'd never go.
No. I found my tie-dye T-shirt. Look at that. There, with tie-dye T-shirt.
It's the same T-shirt. You're like me if I got ill, don't you?
Yeah.
Right.
And dyed your hair
for a bit. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that cool.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
look like Cole if he had AIDS.
And if you start getting that now, it's fine.
Oh, Christ.
Rant.
Take some inhaler. Come on.
Oh, right. Oh, dear. No. I was talking about, no, the pipe, the chillum thing, you know.
That's what you said. Come upstairs and make love. I said I can't do both.
It's like therapy, isn't it?
What smoking weed?
Oh, God.
No, coming on here, seeing you lot on here still. you know, it's just, it is. It reflects. You know, it warms the cockles of my heart to see that you're all still here doing your thing. Honestly, it's joyous.
You can see them. No one can move on.
Yeah.
It's like you leave a town, isn't it? Like you leave a town, you grow up and you spend all your life, and then you go away and you travel around the world, and like, you know, you meet a wife, you have kids, your life changes, and then one day you go back to that original town.
Well, that's right. Yeah, because
you know, part of the pub having the same conversation.
Because obviously, you know, I'm famous now, you know, and I come back. I came back. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm winner of all sorts of competitions, and yet here Al says, John, he throws out Dickie, fucking knobhead, and he says, he throws out the word. He throws out the word, and here it, you know, not a problem. See, that's how plumbers turn up.
Plumber to the stars, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how it's all done. You know, see.
I like that analogy, Cole. So you come back to the town and then you walk in a pub and the geezer goes, yeah, so I said to her. Carries on the sentence that even started like 15 years ago. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The same type of people. It's exactly the fucking same. And it's like, you know, then I give you shit for going away. Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you going away, learning stuff, enjoying life, fucking twat. They're standing here, wasting it with us. Wank up.
Cole goes back to his local after many years of being in LA, living all the stardom. And he walks into the booze, and the lad goes, "Hey, it's still your fucking round."
Oh, there's your change.
Cole, your sound is still weird. You're not using headset now.
Oh,
but
really?
it's still weird. It's crackling a lot.
It's how many thousand miles away?
Why.
Yeah, you've only got
1,000 miles away, is he?
The thing is that if that's the communications from America, the most powerful country on earth.
Yeah.
I mean, they were flying drones over like Iraq or somewhere like that, and he's going up. No wonder it goes tits up all the time.
Yeah. But it is 4,000 miles away in a tie-dye T-shirt. What do you expect?
That's 1,000 miles away.
What a great title for a song. 4,000 miles away, the tie-dye T-shirt.
That's all Al's been doing tonight.
The CIA are going to be tuned in, aren't they? Hey, we're
4,000 miles.
Talking to London, you know. We've got a hippie talking to London.
4,000 miles away for a fucking T-shirt he could have bought here.
Let's sort out Cole's sound. Right,
I'm trying.
Right. Speak.
Hello, my name's Colin. I'm 47 and I'm here looking for sex.
Right.
That's reverberating.
You're obviously a bit of crackling.
I think it's probably because you've got 5 people up on the screen as well. It's to do with the bandwidth, I think.
No,
here,
I
over
don't.
in.
No, it's not. Don't start getting all bloody technical now, Al. You know nothing about plumbing or computers.
What band?
Oh, I don't like timing. This is a sound engineer. No, it's not me. It's not me. It's you. It's your sound gear. It's not my guitar lead. No.
Yeah.
You're not a sound engineer, are you, Al? You never mentioned it.
I was for 20 odd years. Yeah.
I did a gig in a theatre many moons
sort of thing
ago.
you talk about after you've retired, like, you know.
Yeah, take a breath, Al, for fuck's sake. No, listen, I had...
Well done, Dickie. I've been trying to shut the cunt up for fucking years.
I did a gig at a theatre many moons ago, and anyway, it took the sound engineer. We had to send one of our lads up to go and press the fucking pants and power button.
Yeah.
We were there in an hour trying to set the sound up. He just don't know why it's not working, for Christ's sake.
Well, now that we're doing this once a month, every fucking month, we're thinking, how does the mixer work with the computer?
Well, no, you're doing a fine job. It's just other people's equipment. Cole needs to, he's got a bit of crackling there. The headphones he had on before, I think maybe a bit of movement, broken cables. Dash out in the week, instead of buying a fucking t-shirt, buy yourself some headset or something. You know.
I was listening to a podcast the other day. There's a bloke that I listen to quite regularly. He does stuff about music, and he came on and he said, this podcast, he said, is an apology for the fucking fiasco last week. He said, I've been doing this 15 years. And he said, it was such a mess. He said, nothing worked. Everything I did is I wanted to put stuff up on screen. That didn't come up and I wanted to do something else and the sound was shit. And he said, that's why I'm doing this extra podcast. And he's been doing it 15 years. I find since we've been doing this, every week when we go to do it, there's fucking trouble. It's aggravation. Trying to get the computer to work, trying to get the mixer to work, whatever, you know. So I thought, well,
it's not meant to be easy, though,
15
Brian.
years
You know,
and you still had a shit one to apologise for, then I needn't feel too bad.
Yeah, not meant to be easy, Brian. You got to suffer for your art.
I am suffering. I am.
Yeah.
This is fucking torture. This is. I don't know.
We know. I mean, we.
But I do like the chat bit at the end. That's the only bit I enjoy, actually.
This is the worst bit, though. I don't like this bit.
When we're doing this, it's the only time she shouts at me. She's going, you fucking cunt, put your fucking headphones on. Isn't it?
It's wonderful. Do you think we'll ever get back outside, Brian? You should take it back outside, but big show on somewhere. You know, it'll sell it out.
We did one yesterday, and it was nice. It was
there. You
very
go.
Nice. And we got one on Saturday, haven't we, Dickie?
Yes, very nice. Yes, very nice.
Going to advertise to all our fans. Tell them all about it.
Well, it's at the seaside in Deal in Kent.
Yeah,
and it's on Saturday in an actual theatre.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Are they going to be fucking separated from each other?
I think there's about 8 people coming, so I think we'll be all right.
Oh, well, that'll be all right then.
Yeah, it's never going to be an issue.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I was thinking of putting one on in a vaccination centre. There's a lot of people turning up with them.
That's a good idea. You could busk the line, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Fucking queue of people ready to be vaccinated and go, oh, COVID, that's funny, isn't it? That's a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know when you're queuing up to get vaccinated?
You little prick. All them jokes, you little prick.
All them gags. They're all there. Make for the taking.
Jab.
Yeah.
Who cares about jobs? What we want is jabs.
Yeah, you little prick.
Build back better, you little prick. You little prick.
Right, yeah.
It's good. That's 3. You only want 3 words. That's all you want. You fat cunt. That's all you need. 3 words. It's magic. The rule of 3, isn't it? Right?
Oh, Christ.
Fucking Tory. They used to, the Japanese used to go Tora.
That's right.
Do you
Yeah.
know, I found out that the word Tory goes back to like the 1800s for the names for savage fucking bastards from England. That was in Ireland. In Ireland, they came up with the word Tory.
Ah.
But it was
Never-ending story.
Toraigh. Tory. Fucking Tory cunts.
Has it got anything to do with the bull or anything like that? You know, I'm thinking,
Huh?
you know, has it got anything to do with the bull or anything like that? You know, because I'm just thinking of the Latin, you know.
No, I don't do Latin.
No, neither do I, but it sounded great, didn't it?
for that millisecond, he's a clever cunt, isn't he? It soon dissipated, don't we?
It did.
Well, it's like
Well
Les
done.
Dawson playing the piano like that. You've got to be a clever cunt to play it badly like that.
Well, yeah.
See, and you've got to be a clever cunt to go on and be funny and pretend you're a stupid cunt.
Yeah.
Said the actress to the bishop.
Do you know, my next gig is going to be, I think it's the Manchester Fringe is my next gig. I did do, obviously I've done a couple of online ones like this fine thing. And, so really getting in front of people properly will be in September at the Fringe, you know.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not going to Edinburgh, I don't see the point.
No, I think it's dangerous. I really wouldn't want to go. I want to wait until we've got a good chance of coming through this alive.
Yeah, that's
fucking
it.
tempt fate. So, but we get the odd. We have the odd gig at the moment, and it's sort of even the one we did last night. I was scared because it was in a pub, and it said one of the oldest pubs in Kent. And I thought, oh fuck me, that's going to be well spaced out, isn't it? Yeah. But we got there, and luckily it was outside. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be outside, but I do have a gig coming up in the future that I'm really fucking worried about, because it's for somebody who doesn't give a shit about rules and regulations. So I might have to phone up and say, are we going to be fucking separated from each other in any way?
When's that for, Brian?
I can't say that.
Maybe you can do a Trevor Lock.
Yeah, just not bother to turn up.
Yeah, but COVID secure.
There was a time years ago. I think it was when one of the fucking football things. I think it might have been a World Cup, where we pulled up outside this pub that we were supposed to be playing and singing and telling jokes, and there was arseholes hanging out the windows going rah, 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 fucking rah. Oh, and it used to be an Irish pub, but they had painted it white and put a big fucking cross, a big red cross on it, and called it something like St. George.
Oh no!
Instead of the Irish fucking bastard.
The lucky shamrock, the lucky balaclava.
And the arseholes were hanging out the windows, roaring, and we just drove off. I thought,
Good on you.
No.
We phoned them up and told them we broke down. So it's nice to be professional, you know.
Yeah.
If it's not too crackly, if you can handle it. So my first agent was Nigel Clarfeld at Bound and Gagged.
Yeah.
And one Sunday, I got sent out to do a gig with him and one of his other new acts at this pub down in Herne Bay. And it was for the Organised Football Fighting Club, the ICF, the Intercity Fund. So it's the West Ham Football Hooligan Brigade, basically.
Now.
And they want us to do 20 minutes each before the game, and it was like a fourth round West Ham versus Spurs game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we did that, and that was all it was supposed to be. And then and it was fucking difficult. You know, they were rowdy as fuck. Fights were breaking out amongst them. It was like gypsy families and stuff. Right? They owned the whole pub. It was awful, right? Anyway, then after we got off stage, they wouldn't pay us. They said, "Oh no, we want you to do some more in half time. We want you to do like 5 minutes each in half time, right?"
For fuck's sake. Yeah.
And so come half time, they're losing 2-0 as well. So they're in a shit mood. So I got through my 5, even though there was a stabbing while I was on stage at the back of the room.
Oh.
I was a stabbing, a standing knifing, not quite so bad. Just a
Yeah.
Playful graze.
And the other dude got him to sing "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles" for the entire 5 minutes of his set, so he got away with it by getting to the football.
Yeah. That would work.
I remember phoning up Nigel Clarfield from the like, they wouldn't pay that to get like 5 from this bloke, 10 from him, 5 from him. We got our money, but like they fucking made us like they were pricks about it. Anyway, then I had to phone Nigel Clarfield. I said, "Hi Nigel, how's your Sunday?" He went, "Oh, very nice, thank you, Cole. I'm having a lovely roast dinner with my family. We're sitting here in my beautiful big house." And "Oh, fucking are you? Yeah? Well, guess where I am." I won't tell you what followed because it's still.
I'm at your gig.
Yeah, it was like so when people like always use like people like Jeff Whiting as a yardstick for shit gigs. That's not really fair because there are depths you can plumb. Like it's like people being physically assaulted with weapons, but you can't stop. You can't fucking stop.
Yeah. No, basically you have to be careful. You really have to be careful and watch what you're doing. And because before I got on the comedy circuit, I basically was playing around pubs, telling old jokes and being very fucking aggressive. If you don't like it, fuck off. All right.
What's changed?
And I got attacked 5 times. 5 times. This is before I got on the comedy circuit. Because, once was because the bloke walked into the pub and said, "Oh, here's a new bloke. Where'd you get that jumper, mate? In a fucking dustbin." And the cunt come up and just started swinging at me. But that's why when I watch comedy now, sometimes if people are aggressive with the crowd, I think you don't know how fucking dangerous this is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is dangerous. You can be talking to a bloke, you can have a slanging match. I did in a pub full of policemen, where my favourite joke was well, what's got 4 legs and a cunt halfway up its back? A police horse. I used to tell them jokes like that. I knew they were full of policemen. And but I was in there one night and I was having a fabulous argument with the barmaid. It was very funny. Everybody was enjoying it. And she was throwing fucking damp cloths at me and everything. And then when I came down in the break, I thought, "Oh, that was fucking good." And there's a bloke standing next to me, and he's ashen-faced. I said, "You all right?" He said, "No, I'm not fucking all right." He said, "I'm her boyfriend." I said, "Oh, what?"
Sorry.
Problem. He started swinging. And luckily, the coppers, they didn't mind what's got 4 legs and a cunt halfway up his back. They didn't mind that. What's the difference between a copper and a bucket of shit? The bucket. So jokes like that, classy ones I was doing. And they didn't mind that. They liked it. But when this bloke, he suddenly started swinging at me, and one of the coppers picked me up by the shoulders like that, stuck me in the corner, stood in front of me, while everybody else fucked this bloke off out of the pub. But that's the barmaid's boyfriend. I had no idea who the fuck he was. And me and the barmaid, we had such a great slanging match. It was fantastic. You know?
That story made Dickie Dido cry. Did you see that? Most of the time, his head in his hands.
Sorry, I've got customer sending me a message about something.
Because he loves the police and he's offended by them jokes, I reckon.
No, at all. No, look, message in the bottle is my favourite.
Hey.
Message in the bottle.
It was there. I knocked it down. What are you going to do?
Was it 1992 or 1993 when they did the Grand National and it got
the police? No, that's horses do that, mate. No, the police.
No, that's Michael Jackson entry.
Do you remember the Grand National when it got cancelled? It was a false start and they cancelled it.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, we do, Al.
Yeah.
That woman ran out for the suffragettes or something.
Is this? No,
that was a bit earlier.
No, it's got to do with I was in a folk punk band and we were playing a gig in a pub in the north side of Dublin. Like, it was quite a
good
lively
idea, yeah.
area. And they booked us to play after the Grand National, you know, to have... It was a bit like the Pogues, what we were doing, you know. And they were going to have the Grand National. The pub's packed with people. They've all got a bet going on the Grand National, yeah. And they're off. And no, it's a false start. And it's being cancelled. The place fucking erupted, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, play! We started playing folk, diddly, and chairs flying about and all. So it just went mental. It was great. Yeah.
Well, people hate the mandolin, mate. That's the thing. You have to remember that. So if you put so that's antagonising after like having that cancelled.
They love the mandolin. It's
love a jig.
because they know he's going to start
That's what I
talking
do
about
with the
fucking
mandolin,
plumbing
yeah.
at any moment. We did a gig in the pub where, see, you've got to be careful about people who think it's a good idea to have you know what we need now? A comedian. All right. So we did a gig in the pub. It was before the FA Cup final, right? During the build-up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The FA Cup final. I want to know who the fuck is who and why and what and where. And these people were fucking roaring at us. Shut up, for fuck's sake. We're standing next to the big screen and they turned the sound down and it was like, oh, what do you call a fucking...
Doesn't matter.
3 legs and a cunt off, we have it back. So, no, they fucking... And the worst thing about it was we invited Vicky's sister along to enjoy our act.
Oh.
Fucking torture.
Oh, Lord.
It's having relatives in the audience when you go to a bag of shit.
Oh, anyone you know, really.
Fuck, man.
Anyone you know.
Neighbours, fucking neighbours, anyone you know go like, oh.
I had my parents turn up. I was in the final of the 2000 Hackney Empire New Act of the Year award, right? Same year as people like Chappie Corsandi, Russell Brand, right? People like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know my parents had turned up with also my aunt and uncle. And I went out, right? And I did all right. I didn't do great, didn't do shit, did all right.
Yeah.
Right, that was about it.
I know.
But apparently when I was on stage, my dad's laughing and like I just sing Judge the Duke. She's like, I'm a girlfriend in school, never forget the day. She did hopscotch in the playground and I was doing a tarmacking job for the council. And my dad's got this really distinctive laugh and he starts laughing. Right? Apparently I wasn't there. My mum gave him like a big elbow and went, Norman, shut up, you'll put him off.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, carry on, son.
Yeah, it's all right, they haven't noticed.
They like you.
They like you, carry on.
Oh, and to cap it all.
I remember seeing a bloke at the Cosmic once. You know, the Cosmic had a very high stage.
Yeah.
Very high stage, about 5 foot stage. And that meant the audience were all below stage level. They're looking at your feet. And that meant from a comic's point of view, you couldn't hear any laughs. There sort of wasn't anything. You just sort of on there and you think, oh, it's not going very well.
Oh, hey, come in. Okay, yeah, hang on 1 second, guys. Yeah, please come in.
No, it's all right. I've actually forgotten what I was talking about.
Thank God for small mercies.
At a certain age.
The plumber! It's a plumber!
The plumber's turned up.
Plumber! Come on!
Do you want to...
so basically...
this is the aircon.
We're going to end the broadcast now because the plumber's turned up. We're still going to be here, so we can chat if you want. But she's been waiting to end it for fucking hours ago, and I convinced her not to.
Oh.
Yeah. See that look on that face.